Welcome back to MG Sports TV, people. Thank you very much again for joining. Massive appreciation. So the Reggae Boyz squad for the Nation League is finally out, but it done waiting already. We have to do a review on it. Now I mean. So, all right, so people, squad is out, as you all know. We're on the seat already. We just go run through the squad and have some small discussions. We're going to talk about the players who are returning, but we will have some separate videos. I'm going to do a separate video on Leon Bailey, a separate video on Omar Hutchinson, so look out for these videos. Separate video on Adrian Reed. I think there was another one I should touch on. I don't remember. But we're going to drop those videos separately, so look out for those ones. Anyways, in the meantime, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's see if we can run through the squad. Quite important that we do so, run through the squad and see what I go on. Know what I mean? So big up on yourself, people, every time, all the time. Don't know anything already. So get this out of the way and now start. Have a look on what I go on here. So see the squad here. When you see the squad, I think it's a good squad overall, but still I try to find out what is the coach's intent. Still I try to find out what is the coach's intent. I think at some point in time, I will get it. You know, you have people out there still wonder, boy, I don't really trust what I go on yet. But let's see. Anyways, goalkeeper, Andre Blake, Connor Boyce Clark, Jamal Waite, defenders, Dexter Lembikisa, Deshaun Bernard, Greg Lay, Damian Lowe, Michael Hector, Richard King, Maribel, Joel Latibodier, and Ethan Pinnock. Midfielders, Casey Palmer, Keroy Anderson, Bobby Reid, John Russell, Adrian Reed. And I most definitely, as I said earlier, must do a separate video on Adrian Reed. Happy to see about John Russell. Now, Mr. McClaren did discuss or spoke about the aspect of fixing the midfield, and maybe would have seen John Russell and say, you know what, maybe that is a profiler player. Slightly worried because he's speaking about PS and all this type of thing that he wants to do. John Russell is not necessarily the fastest, but one thing for sure, I do believe that he's a very competent central defensive midfielder. And yes, I think he has that capability to get the job done. But you have to play a system or some level of football that suits him. The team has to play a particular way that suits him. Forwards, Shamar Nicholson, Norman Campbell. I personally am happy to see Norman Campbell. He has been silently taking strides here, just silently doing his business, taking strides and just getting better and better. So I love that what I'm seeing. Mikel Antonio, Demarai Gray, Kaim Dixon. Happy to see Kaim Dixon back as well. As you know, currently training with Charlton Athletic. Let me check something. Let me just check something. Let me see what time tomorrow they have game, so that I don't miss it. So that I do not miss it. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Woo, early morning kickoff. Right after that again, there I go take in Arsenal versus watch Arsenal versus Brighton. Then we go watch it. I think go again. And the man of the hour, basically, Leon Bailey, and he is the one that most definitely a person to talk about. Even when the squad was announced and Bailey's name was mentioned, what I realized that a lot of the journalists, they said, hey, this is the talking part, this is the story. Then get the story right away. Let's get on to it. But that's how it is. He's back in the squad. Positive. He's with us. The quality that he has, I do believe that the squad need it. But you don't know what went down. No, the big thing is that, another big aspect is that about the letter. They did say that he gave the confirmation in somewhat of a written format, not necessarily a letter per se, but somewhat of a written format stating that he is coming back. Now, my thoughts overall, I think it's a good squad. I'm happy to see John Russell, really happy to see John Russell because the midfield, especially defensive midfield, is an issue. Daniel Johnson, where a bit of experience, not there. So a lot of work is going to be on the back of, I think, Kera Anderson. For me, I think a Kera Anderson, John Russell, maybe that's a midfielder we can work with. Just saying maybe. No, we don't. Maybe we don't necessarily know if we push one of the defenders them in the midfield. But where squad is concerned, defensively, we went big, and no persons would have told me earlier that he's more of an attacking-minded coach. When I did my review on him, I see some sense of attack, but I do think that he is a little bit defensive as well in some sense. People say me wrong. I still go by that. I think he's a little bit of a defensive-minded coach, but he does attack a little bit more than Al Grimson. Now, this defense is an implication of what we are going to see going further from here. A more emphasis on defenders more so than attackers. You notice there's add one, probably two additions, let's say one or two additions. The return of Leon Bailey and also the return of Norman Campbell in the attacking force. But the defense is stuck. So the truth is, did we really address the midfield? And again, it's another Reggae Boyz squad where the midfield is a huge, huge problem. Let's look at that. Casey Palmer, Bobby Reid, John Russell. Adrian Reid, I think he's 18 years old. Kera Anderson, 19 years old. So Casey Palmer, Bobby Reid, and John Russell, the burden is going to be on where the midfield is concerned. So that's 5 midfielders. Let me see him check that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 midfielders. 5 midfielders. Let's see how much defenders are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost double. Almost double the defenders. Let's see how much attackers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So fair enough. The forward is quite similar. Normally, you need 3 good forward and then can rotate. Or 4, 5 good forwards and then can rotate. But I think the better teams then kind of tend to be stuck with the midfield and defense. Where when I find a team was stuck, they call it with a lot of strikers. They call them like top heavy. Now we're stuck with defenders. They call that bottom heavy. You got people come in the comment section and say, why? With the fire up and fire back height. Anyways, so we are stuck with defenders, stingy with midfielders, and adding a bit of quality in the attacking lineup. Goalkeepers, I do think that those are the names that everyone would anticipate to be there. The thing is now, people, as I say, I know a lot of you guys focus on name on paper. For me personally, it's about how the team play. How is it the team is going to play? That is it for me. What should we expect to see from the team? But the coach he said, boy, he's highly anticipating to touch on the field on Monday. So that's the interesting aspect of it. And may I tell you the truth, we'll go see if we can get any coverage of any of the training sessions. Let's see if they're going to have any open training session or any training session where you're going to have like media can go first 15 minutes. So we need to find out about that. And then we'll see what we can do where that is concerned. Other than that, it is a fairly decent squad. No surprises. Maybe Adrian Reid is a surprise. I would say maybe Adrian and John Russell is a surprise in this one. I think those 2 players are the surprise. I think everything else is more so understandable of what's happening. John Russell, we haven't seen him in a long while. Boom, just turned up now. Adrian is a youngster in the Jamaica Premier League. Just so now. So, as I say, look over the next videos and the separate videos from that. Squad out of 10. If we rate the squad out of 10, I'm gonna rate the squad out of 10. What am I going to give this squad out of 10? Based off of availability, I'm going to say a 8 out of 10. Based off availability. Any addition you think would missing? These are players that have played for us. I would have boys say their quality. I would have come in. Let me see. We understand the Cephas situation. He did explain the Cephas situation. So we understand why Cephas is not there. Who else? I think 8. I think 8 is a fairly decent score or ratings for the team. Anyways, my eyes are still on you. Mr. McClaren, my eyes are still on you. As I said, I asked a question in the press conference today around profile of players and system of football. And technically, not necessarily answer the question, but give an idea what to look forward to. So, me kind of make it stay there, so because at least, all right, fine, you don't give up your tactics, but at least you give people an idea to think about what is to come. So, understand that. So, 8 out of 10, Mr. McClaren. And let's see how this one progress. September the 6th, that is a big day. Big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. We're out. God bless. Boom.